engine as it reaches redline RPMs and starts to rumble in between your legs. The speedometer rises violently. Your vision suddenly goes into this tunnel illusion as the front wheel starts to take off. 100, 120, 130, 140. Before you know it, you're reaching speeds of 180 miles per hour with red and blue lights flashing behind you. But of course, there's no match to that. So, this motorcycle helmet represents the biking culture, which is often described as adrenaline-seeking enthusiast or thrill-seeking enthusiast. And we're often misunderstood for being like the outlaws of society or for being reckless and for not caring about anyone else's safety besides their own. This is not true, and I think it's important that you guys know the true values and meanings of the culture. I am credible to speak about this topic because I myself am a biker, and I've been riding for about 3 years now. 2 years with a license, and 1 year before that without a license, like most of us drive or whatever. And I commute to Cal State LA every single day, rain or shine, and I get here in about like 9 minutes, so it's pretty convenient. By learning more about this helmet, you guys will have a better understanding about the biker culture and myself. First, I'm going to talk about how this helmet symbolizes the biking culture. Then I'm going to talk about the culture that this helmet symbolizes. And then last but not least, I'll talk about how I identify myself with the culture. The first motorcycle helmet was created in 1953 by Professor Lambert at the University of Southern California. And the main purpose of the helmet is basically, obviously, for protection. But there's other reasons why people wear helmets. In the biking culture, you are looked at as a squid if you don't wear any riding protection while riding. Now, you guys may ask, what is a squid? Well, a squid is someone who rides with like sandals, flip-flops, or like shorts or a tank top. That's considered a squid. And in the biking culture, someone who wears more protection versus someone who doesn't wear any protection is most of the time the most experienced rider. Helmets are also used to express yourself due to the fact that there are many styles, variations, colors, everything's there. There's even helmets that include like mohawks. How many of you guys have seen mohawks on the freeway, like different colors, pink mohawks? Yeah. I'm actually gonna get another helmet with like horns and stuff, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Also, there's other ways people use helmets. People use helmets to communicate with other bikers around them. There's this thing called a chatterbox. It goes right here on the side, and then there's a microphone. It goes inside right here, and you're able to talk to bikers around you like within 5 miles of your range. I just discussed how the helmet symbolizes the biking culture. Now I will tell you about the culture and the values. The culture that this helmet represents is one of a kind, and it takes a certain type of person to be in the culture because not everyone has like the courage or the, how would I say this? Not everyone has what it takes to be on 2 wheels versus 4. There are many things in the biking culture that bikers value. The main one is freedom. When you're on your motorcycle, it's just you and the motorcycle. There are no seatbelts, there are no airbags, there isn't any cage that surrounds you. So it's just literally you and the motorcycle and the beautiful scenery around you. Many bikers go on motorcycles to escape the hard times of their life, to just forget about everything and just ride and get away from everything. You need to trust and respect your bike in order to have a safe ride. You have to stay within your boundaries and know where you're most comfortable at, because if you don't and you go outside of that, that's when things start to go wrong. This helmet symbolizes the biking culture that is closely knitted together due to the fact that someone could be the president of the United States, someone could be a janitor, someone could be a cook or something, but motorcycles bring them all together due to the fact that they respect each other for being on 2 wheels, because bikers are the only people that know the true dangers of being on a motorcycle. Like, you see all these people telling bikers, or my mom always tells me, like, mijo, like, you know, it's dangerous to be on a motorcycle, blah, blah. But she doesn't understand because she's not on the motorcycle, I am. So, and also, helmets stir up conversations. Now, you may say, how? Just like today, walking to class, I was walking to this classroom, and some complete stranger just asked me, oh, like, you know, you have a helmet, what type of bike do you ride, blah, blah, blah. Like, and then he told me, like, you know, we should get together, ride together sometime, and yeah. So that's how I'm gonna stir up conversations. I just talked to you about the culture. Lastly, I'll talk to you about how I identify myself with the culture. I am a biker, therefore I identify myself with the culture. I have always been into things that involve thrill, danger, adrenaline, you name it. I've always been into that. I love this culture so much because I feel like I belong to a cool brotherhood that is closely knitted, and I feel like I'm wanted. Like, people don't judge you. They just, you know, you're a part of the culture because you're on a motorcycle. This helmet connects me to that culture. Now you have a better understanding of the biking culture. First, I talked about how the helmet symbolizes the biking culture. Then I talked about the culture itself. And last but not least, I talked about how I identify myself with the culture. So if you're into things that involve danger, thrill, or adrenaline, you need to get yourself a bike. Thank you.